Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. My name is Justin. I represent Maryland's #1 RV dealership, Beckley's RVs. And today, we're going to be teaching you about Class C gas motorhomes. So what is a Class C gas motorhome? Well, they look like a truck on the front half of them. They got a large overhang that sits over top. So typically you'll see they sit on a Ford or a Chevrolet chassis, and they normally have a really large box that sits back behind, that truck front end. They'll start out at about 24 foot in overall length, and they'll go all the way up to a little over 32 feet in length. So who's buying a Class C motorhome? Well, first off, it's the most inexpensive way to get into the motorized or RV industry. So price point is always a big factor. The second thing is they're typically very family oriented. They have a ton of sleeping on the inside. That overhead cab I had mentioned earlier, that's typically a large size bed up front, so you can sleep people up top there. They'll always have a bedroom typically in the back, but again, very family oriented. The other thing is for somebody that wants to be a little bit more comfortable behind the wheel, this drives and handles very similarly to a truck. Like it literally sits on a van or truck type chassis. So if you don't want to jump into a big Class A motorhome that feels very overwhelming when you get behind the steering wheel, this would be a great avenue for you to feel very comfortable. So what's on the inside of a Class C motorhome? Well, really anything you have on the inside of your home, you're going to have inside of the Class C. So you're going to have furniture places, like for example, I'm sitting here at a table. You'll have a sofa typically to sit at, or maybe reclining chairs or theater seats they call them. You'll have every appliance. So you're gonna have air conditioning, you're gonna have heat, you'll have refrigerators, TVs, water heaters, showers, bed in the back. I mean, really anything you can imagine or anything you need to be able to live, you're gonna have on the inside of this. So then the next question, how much does a Class C cost? So they'll typically start out brand new at about 65 grand, and they'll range all the way up to well over $100,000. Of course, these are just general ballparks, but just give you an idea on what this investment is going to cost. So how many people can you sleep on the inside of a Class C motorhome? Well, the overhead cab is almost always going to have a large, overhead bed up top. So that's 2 people. If it has a table inside, this folds down, that would be 2 people. If it has a sofa inside, that's an additional 2 people. And you got the main master bedroom in the back, which would also be 2 people. So for example, the model that I'm sitting inside of right here, that's 2, 4, 6, 8 people that this thing can sleep. Be sure to like the video, comment down below with your feedback, and then also make sure to subscribe to the channel for some more continued content. Again, my first name is Justin. If you'd like some additional information on this model or Class C's or whatever we stock here, be sure to reach out to me.